Okay, so here's the next project for my trailer. Is I need to make like a receiver for this piece. So this piece I made, and I put a receiver down here. And then I have a tube that comes up, and I have a winch. I'm able to load my logs using those ramps up. But I have an issue. Sometimes they're not, I need to like pull them that way. So what I like to do is use this same winch and fixture and put a receiver down here so I can put it in there, and then I can put the ramps on that end, and I can winch things up here or move my logs. My tractor, which is not there because it's at the dealer, but $84 for pickup and delivery. And if I had a winch, the tractor's dead, I can't get it up the ramps by myself. So if I had a winch, then I could have winched it up and taken it and saved the $80. And I can move logs. So that's going to be the next project, is to make a receiver piece that bolts onto the aluminum frame. Okay, so initially we're going to have the trailer U-channel, bolt this angle to it, as in this way, and then have this tube with a plate here and here. That tube can then get bolted this way, and 15 inches away is a U-channel that direction, and I can bolt it this way. But once this is bolted, and once this is bolted, like it only goes in one spot on a trailer, right? I have to always put my receiver in that one spot. And for flexibility for either end, like when I'm doing logs, sometimes I gotta pull them towards the vehicle, sometimes I gotta pull them away from the vehicle. I would like to have this where I can put it like anywhere along the width of my trailer, front or back. So enter number 2. Where is it? We're gonna cut 2-inch pieces and make a collar. So this is the receiver that we need to put this in. This is gonna be a 2-inch collar. We're going to weld this so that this is 1.5 inches, but my trailer is only 1 inch. So we're gonna weld that like that. This can be 2 inches, and it's gonna have one of these in the corner. It'll tighten it and hold it in place, and then we're gonna do the same thing for this end. Make another 2-inch one. Weld that there. Put one of these, and that'll tighten up and hold this receiver tube in place, and then I can move it anywhere along the width of my trailer, front or back. See, on the back side, the channel is like this and like this, but on the front of the trailer, the channel is this way and turn this way. So I have to make it so these collars can slide off, reverse, and then come in from the other side on the other end. And just convince myself that I wasn't too diluted. That was my original design, and then I did lay out flipping this around, and the dimensions should work. I cut that pipe to 17.5. I would need 17, 15 plus 2 to make it work. So I have like an extra 1/2 inch to not have to cut any new material. Okay, and there we have our 2-inch collar out of 2.5-inch tube. That's 2-inch tube, that's 1.5-inch tube. And these are all 1/8-inch wall. Then I'm going to weld this onto here, like so. That's my plan. And on the bottom side, we're going to weld a nut on. Alright, we got our fixturing all set to weld that nut on. We're going to run 300 at 18.7 and see what we get. Okay, let's see how it fits up. Here's my U-channel, and that's going to slide over. Tighten it down. Alright, that's it. See where it slides in and out. So I have to make another one of these. And put it on this way to pick up this side. Alright, so getting kind of late. I think I'm going to cut this piece, but I won't have time to weld it all together It's getting kind of late. All right. So this is the plan. So this collar will go on, slide underneath here, get tightened up. This would slide on this one, slide over, tighten up. This piece goes in, and this one tightens that in place, and we're set to go. So next thing to do is try it on a trailer. Very blustered out there today though. Okay, so I brought the trailer into the garage because if we can go look out the window here, we'll see that it's a 60-mile-an-hour wind with some light snow blowing around like a blizzard. And I didn't want to try my final fit up out in that. So I put it in the garage. My wife's car is outside for a little bit. She said that'll be okay. So let's see if the final fit up works underneath, but there we go. Okay, we got that in, and we have both the U channels are facing the same direction. We got to try the front too, but this goes in, tightens up. I've already have a lot of experience with putting the tube in, and the winch on the top side. We'll do that when I have it connected to my car, so I can actually winch something up without the trailer tipping. Let's go check the front. Well, let's take this off and try the front. Yeah, it's a little bit more inconvenient to crawl underneath, but I do like the flexibility of being able to put it anywhere along here, front or back. But this, you can kind of see this bar here, I have to take it from the top and put it to the bottom to give me some clearance. I gotta get some wrenches. All right, so that fits just at this. This is an extra brace I had put in. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it underneath as such, and then I'll have clearance to get that out. But that seems to fit well. I like it. We're gonna take it out and get it painted. And then once the weather gets a little bit better, we'll hook this up and see if we can use the winch to get a tractor up there.